Welcome back, class, to another stream. My name is Sonja Geracsek. I'm a motion designer, and today I will be doing another animation collab. Today I haven't sat together because Leela isn't here, but I have decided to start a collaboration with Leela Taylor, or rather, we have decided, since it's a collaboration. Leela is a self-proclaimed graphics product designer, and she creates beautiful illustrations, I think mostly in Procreate. And I adore her latest series. I think it's in the style of 36 Days of Type, although I don't know if she's doing it because of the challenge, but it has a similar feel where she has a new design for each letter of the alphabet. And I approached her, and I will show you the screen now. I approached her when she released the letter A illustration, and I just immediately saw this animated. It's a beautiful little design with this deer and the bird sitting on top of it, and this beautiful pastel color. And as is the necessity for After Effects or for animation in general, you need to prep the files in order to animate them. And as if it wasn't enough to create this illustration as it is, there's a lot of effort that goes into illustrating such a piece as Leela has done here. I've also asked her to illustrate that entire piece 2 more times so that I could create a hand-drawn style effect. And I'll show you in a minute what that looks like. Hello, welcome to the stream. And let me just fix my Instagram Live just for a second. My tripod is sliding. I hope you can see everything all right. So I'll tell you a little bit more about Leela. If you would like to check her out, please go over to Instagram, and you can find her under Leela Taylor Illustration. She has some beautiful designs over here, so go ahead and give her some love. I think she deserves it. And now I'm going to jump right into the file. So, as I mentioned, I asked Leela to create 3 different versions of this design, or rather, not versions, but just redraw the design 3 times, which is an incredible feat to begin with. So this is the first, this is the second, and this is the third. So if I layer them over each other, you can see that there's a slight difference in the look, which is going to give that hand-drawn effect. However, I am not going to do a frame-by-frame animation. Hello, welcome to the stream. I'm not going to do a hand-drawn animation, I just want that hand-drawn effect, but I am actually going to animate it in Adobe After Effects. I was going to say Illustrator, but that's not an animation program. Okay, so now, the thing that I still need to do, and I might do this in Photoshop, I might do this in Illustrator later, I already noticed that I need to adapt a few more things from this illustration. First of all, for some reason, this frame, this layer is the entire size of this, which I'm not sure why that would be, since the layer should only be the size of the hoof. So I need to check what happened here. And also I need to separate a few more things. Like in this case, the head is one thing, but I probably want to have the ears move. So I might need to separate that. And I also have the eyes, both eyes on one layer. So I need to have the right eye and the left eye. So there are a few more things that I want to separate here. I hope you can hear me well, and I'm just checking my mic. I've been playing around with my mic positioning, and I feel like I might be a little bit quiet, so please let me know if that's the case or if you can hear me well. And also, if you have any questions during the stream, this is really what the stream is for. If you have any questions, if you want to know about me, about my work, about After Effects, just head on over to the chat and let me know what you think. You can just type in the chat and I will see that message. Unfortunately, the YouTube chat function doesn't seem to be working as per usual, but hopefully I'll still be able to see your messages coming through. I'm just going to try that again to see if nope, YouTube doesn't want to respond. Okay, well, then there's nothing we can do about that. Hopefully the stream is still working. I'm just going to test that for a moment to see if my stream is actually running on my YouTube channel. It seems that it is, so that's good. Okay, so the stream function, the chat function might not be working on YouTube if you are over there. Such is the life of a multi-streamer that some platforms just won't respond. So as you can see, the chat messages from, oh, you cannot see. Now you can see the chat messages from YouTube are actually coming through. I just tested that. So you can send me messages if you like. Okay, so let's go through this this design. I'm just going to use the eraser and I'm just going to try erasing the edges of this layer in the hopes that it did remove the size, but there's still something going on around this layer. That's a little bit of a shame. It doesn't necessarily need to be a problem. I can use the layers as they are. They will just appear as very large layers in the animation. I've never worked in that way before, so I don't know if it is going to be an issue. I hope not. But let's just try it. Let's try it and let's see. So the other thing that... Hello, welcome to the stream. The other thing that I might need is a little bit of overlap here. So in order for this hoof to move, I need there to be a little bit of leg so this hoof can rotate around that. So I think what I'm going to do is grab this leg and I'm going to duplicate it. Duplicate layer. Sure, let's just call it copy. And now I'm going to erase parts of this. Actually, no, it's the other way around. I want part of the hoof to be on the leg. Yes. So the other way around. I'm going to duplicate the hoof. And I want the leg to be here. Okay, so I have the hoof. I can turn off the other part of the hoof. I can make my eraser slightly smaller, and all I want is just a little bit more of this hoof to be attached to the leg so that when I move them, so now I can essentially I have the original file, so if anything happens, I can always get the layers back from the original file. So now I want to merge, flatten image, no, I want to merge these two layers. Okay, maybe, yeah, that's fine. I'll just copy the name. It kept the name of the top layer, but that's fine. I'll just do it like this, and then I paste the name in. And now, when I show the hoof it has part of that. So now if I want to rotate this, can I add an anchor point? I suppose not. Oh, did not know you could rotate the artboard. Interesting. Oh, okay. I would like to unrotate the artboard. Hi, I am a freelancer, so I do not work for one particular design agency. I work sometimes with design agencies. Sometimes I work with clients directly, but I am a freelancer indeed. Now, I would like to add a anchor point or change the anchor point of this to rotate it. I don't work in Photoshop often, so I'm having a bit of a difficulty to figure out what's happening here. No worries, ask away. If you have any more questions, let me know. And if anybody can tell me how to rotate something the way you rotate it in Illustrator, that would be very helpful. Oh god. Rotate view tool. Yeah, that's what I just did. That's not what I want. No. Crop. I do not want to trim anything. I'd like to rotate just this layer. Do you also need work as a freelancer? Well, best of luck to you. It's a tough world out there. We all need to work very hard to get our jobs. Select the layer, Control T. Excellent. I will try that. Control T. But now what? Where's my anchor point? Okay, so I don't want to... The one thing I don't want to do is rotate the entire group. So the group is this, but I just want to rotate this layer. But I think, unfortunately, all the layers are the same size. They're all the size of the artboard, which is a bit of a shame. I'm on a PC. I do not work on a Mac. And also, if you jumped in late and you don't know what I'm doing here right now, this is a collaboration with a designer, and Leela Taylor is her name. And she, Alt-T, I will try Alt-T. No, that just opens the filters. Leela Taylor created this design in Procreate and exported it to Photoshop. So I'm assuming there was something going on there that now all the layers are the size of the artboard. What I could try is wand remove everything. And I want the tolerance to be very, very low, because actually there shouldn't be anything apart from this design. Maybe I want the tolerance to be even lower than that, because all of the surrounding shouldn't have anything in it. However, I can see that there are some pixels left out, which I don't like. Tolerance 0. Well, some very small pixels are left out, but that's fine. I'll just remove this, and then maybe the hoof layer is the size of this. Deselect. Ah, yes, indeed. Okay. I still don't know how to set an anchor point, but at least this layer is smaller now, which is good. So Control T, you said. No, that's just me moving it, and this just rotates it from the center. Why can't I add a separate anchor point? Thank you. I will keep trying. You know what, guys? I'm gonna have to... Hi, Leela! Leela has joined the chat on Instagram Live. A lasso tool. The corners, the anchor points. Leela says the anchor points are the corners of the artboards. Well, so I cannot move the anchor point. I think that is the problem. Or can I? Oh, I can. Okay, I need to hold Alt and then go to the point from which I want to rotate this layer, let go, and then I can rotate from that point. So this is pretty good. That was just to test that I left enough overlap between the leg and the hoof. So that's working great, and I think I'm going to have to get rid of all of this additional... Oh, okay, so this is already removed that. How about this? Okay, this still has all of the surrounding area. So what I'm going to do is do the same. I'm going to use the magic wand with a tolerance of 0. And I'm just going to select the empty space and I'm going to remove it. And as you can see, it's going pretty close to the original design. If there are a few pixels left out, I think that's fine. Then I can deselect. I'm pretty sure there's a shortcut for deselect. Oh, Leela, don't worry. No. You've done an amazing job creating these three versions of the illustration, and I'm pretty sure this is your first creating illustration for an After Effects animation, so don't worry at all. I'm very happy with what you've handed over to me to work with. It is the same learning curve for me as well. I haven't worked with Photoshop a lot, so this is a chance to actually get to know Photoshop and how it works, and also how Procreate and Photoshop work together. So I'm sure, yeah, it's a little bit of a difficulty moving from Procreate to Photoshop. I've never worked with Photoshop. I've never worked with Procreate before, so I'm a complete noob when it comes to that. So don't worry at all. So this is behind the body. That's great. So I don't need to do anything with that leg. I do, however, need to grab a little bit of the knee from the upper leg and add it. Depends on which way I want to move. I can have the upper leg or the lower leg. I think they do not overlap. I can't tell. I think they don't overlap by a lot. So what I'm going to do, so this one, yeah. So I think they don't overlap by a lot. So let's add a little bit more from the upper leg to the lower leg. So I'm going to duplicate this layer. And I'm going to close this and I'm going to erase some of this. I'm leaving just enough to overlap with the leg, so that I can create this rotation. Maybe I removed a little bit too much. I'll remove a little bit less. So let's remove this. And then I want kind of like a rounded piece like that. There we go. The only difficulty now is that I'm going to have to add that to all the other layers. Actually, instead of merging these two, I'll probably just keep this little bit. And then I can duplicate it. It can become the knee, and I can duplicate it to all of the rest of the second and third pass. So I have these additional passes where oh, I've turned everything off, of course. Yeah, so I'm going to keep this and I'm going to call this knee. I'm going to keep it exactly how it was. The downside is that now my my lower leg has the additional little bit from the hoof. I'm going to have to recreate that, but that's okay. Alright, so I have these joints now, which is great. I have the body. I have the head, and from the head I would like to remove these two ears so that I can animate them separately as well. So all I need to do is duplicate. I'm sure there is a shortcut for this. If anybody knows the shortcut for duplicate layer, do tell me. So this is ear, I cannot spell ear left, and then I'll have duplicate layer ear right. And now what I want is remove everything but the ear. So I'm just erasing everything that isn't part of the left ear here. And left is always from my perspective, not from the character's perspective. I used to call left and right according to the character's perspective, but it used to get a little bit too complicated. So now everything's from my perspective. So that's ear left. Now I want ear right. And as you saw, I also kept a little bit of overlap between the head and the actual ears, or the head and the ear, so that, and this one can be behind the ear, so that's actually fine. I'll still keep a little bit of overlap. Actually, no, because I cannot have this little black part, otherwise it'll move with the ear. I don't want that. Welcome to the stream. Okay, I think I would like to add a little bit of overlap here as well, just to be safe. So I'm going to use the clone stamp tool, and I'm going to clone stamp a little bit of this here. Oh, I have a lot of opacity going on. Don't want any opacity at all. Perfect. Maybe I don't want this. Okay, perfect. So now I have a little bit of overlap. When the head comes back... Oh, I see. The head is... Of course, this needs to be behind the head, but as you can see now, there's a little bit of overlap there, which is exactly what I want. And maybe I want to add... a little bit of something here. There we go. Now I have the head, I have the ear. I think there was a little bit of something left over. Yeah, so I want to remove any specks of pixels around here. I want it to just be exactly the ear. There we go. Now it's exactly that ear. I want the body to also only be the actual body. So I'm going to magic wand that and remove. If anybody knows how to use the shortcut deselect, actually I might just look up the shortcuts because I do not like how this is working. Let's have a look at the shortcuts. Can I search for shortcuts? Does anybody know? I guess layer, maybe? Duplicate layer. Okay, it doesn't have a shortcut. Can I use Control D? No. Deselect is Control D. That is contra-intuitive to all the other programs. Control Shift D then. Nope, that's reselect. How about Control Alt D? Oh my god. They're all in use. Control Alt Shift D. Control Alt Shift D. Doesn't work. Shift D is an invalid shortcut. Menu commands must include Control. Well, Control Alt D. That was duplicate layer without dialogue. Why would you need two of these? Okay, fine. Damn it. I don't want to overwrite any keyboard shortcuts that already exist, just so I can always work in the standard shortcut setup if I want to. So let's see. Control D4. Oh, cannot. Control 4. Okay, you know what? Control Shift D it is, because that is reselect. No. Was it Control Alt D was duplicate layer without dialogue? Actually, that's quite useful. Then I don't have to click OK every time. Damn it. Okay, I'll overwrite reselect. Okay, then I have to say accept. Excellent. Now let's check all of the other layers that I created here. I think I had the head. Okay, the head. Now Control D was deselect, right? Excellent. Now I have that shortcut down. It's absolutely counterintuitive to have Control D as deselect instead of the usual duplicate. Why can't all Adobe software be set up the same? Also, I don't like how the bounding box just disappears when I go into a different tool. I feel like the bounding box should stay. These are all of my rant thoughts about Adobe software, or in this case, oops, I just erased something that I wasn't supposed to erase. Okay, there we go. The ears all clean. Now the eyes, I want to have right eye, left eye. So what did I say? Control Shift D is, nope. It was Control Alt D is duplicate without dialogue, right? No, that didn't work. Control Alt D should be duplicate without dialogue. Where's my duplicate layer? Okay. Gonna put the eyes right above the head. Going to save, and I'm going to check this keyboard shortcut again. I was sure that duplicate group, duplicate layer group, and what was it? Duplicate without dialogue was an option, right? Shift Control doesn't make a difference if it's Control Shift or Shift Control, really? Shift Control D. Okay, that's with dialogue. So Alt Control D doesn't work. Doesn't work. Okay, duplicate without dialogue doesn't seem to be working, so I'm going to replace... Well, I've already replaced the keyboard shortcuts. Doesn't matter, there's no way back. I'm gonna stick to this now. So the eyes. It was Control-Shift-D. And this is going to be eye left. Eye right. And this is going to be eye left. I think first I'm going to do the wand. Remove any unwanted pixels, and then I want just this one, and for this I just want this one. And now I have left eye, right eye. Excellent. Now I have a bird shadow and I have the bird body. I think the bird should also have legs. The legs are here, okay. Why do I have two left eyes? Oh, this is ear. Okay, those are not eyes. They can go right above this and be turned off. And now the bird has two legs. I think I want right leg, left leg. Bird leg right, and then bird leg left. And I'm going to turn this off. This is the left leg, so I'm going to remove the right from this layer, and also, just in case anything else is highlighted, I'm going to remove that too. And this is the right leg, so I want to remove the left and also any white space. And that is excellent. Again, for any newcomers on Instagram Live, if you'd like to watch the whole thing that I'm showing, the full screen, and see my face, head over to twitch.tv/Sonja Geracsek, or search for my name on YouTube and go to my YouTube channel to watch this stream live. You can also watch this, watch a replay of this if you missed it live on my YouTube channel. So, where am I? Okay, the leg is done, the body is done. Maybe I'll just make the bird jump. I think it's going to be the easiest solution. I could also separate the top part and the bottom part of the leg. Just so he can lean forward in the knees. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So, Control-Shift-D. And let's turn everything off. And this is the top part of the leg. And this is the bottom part of the leg, and I'm going to leave this overlapping little bit. Oops, I went a little too close. So that when I rotate this, actually I would be rotating the top, I guess. And then I need to hold, no, what was it? Control T, hold Alt, and then I can rotate. No, it's like from this point onward. And then let go and rotate. No. Okay. I already forgot how I did that. Control T, Alt, click, and then rotate? No. I forgot I just did that. Control, no, Alt T. Oh, I forgot how I did it. Damn it. Ah, yeah, okay. Alright, it's maybe a little bit too much at the top there. I might take a little bit away. So it's maybe like this. Is it Alt T again? Alt T, Alt T? No, it's Control T, then hold Alt, and then I can rotate. It's not working the best. Yeah, I'm going to have to adjust that in Illustrator. Hopefully I'll be able to do it right. So if I want to rotate it from here, it's kind of okay. I mean, I wanted to just bend like that a little bit, I guess. Maybe I'll need to remove a little bit from the bottom leg. Just a tiny little bit. So this should now work. Okay, and this is the bottom. And now I have the left, which I want to also be separated in top and bottom. I shouldn't be fiddling around with this too much, because then I still need to do all of that for the other two illustration passes. So yeah, let's not fiddle too much. So this is the top, so now I'm gonna get rid of the bottom. Just about here maybe. And then the top. No, the bottom, that's the top. This is the bottom. This is a tip I can hand you. Don't fiddle too much in the beginning of your design or animation, because then you'll get too far down the road and you lose the big picture. And then it's gonna get too difficult to... You'll then start doing stuff like doing super detailed things that might change down the line if you once you get closer to the end of whatever it is your design or your animation. So tip of the day, don't get hung up on the details. Move on and then go back to the details. That's what I would suggest to you. It's the body, that's ear, right? Ah, yes, okay, so one thing I haven't done yet is remove the ears from this. And I think what I can do is I can highlight it like this, and that way I can just remove this ear without affecting anything else. I can safely remove the ear out of this mask now. Oh, actually, but I do need to be careful of the head. There you go. There we go. I do probably, yeah, want to do it like this. Okay. And now I want, whoops, no, I don't want that. Now I want the shape of this, and I probably, it's fine. Let's risk it. Let's remove this ear. from the head, because now I have a separate... Okay, that should be safe. And now if I turn the ears back on, everything should be fine. Yay. Okay, so that works, and I just want to make sure that the rotation of this ear also works correctly. So what was it? Control T? No. Control T. Hello. Then hold Alt. Place rotation. Place anchor point. Wait. Place anchor point. Rotate. Excellent. Okay, the shadow moves a little bit, so I'm gonna have to be careful with how far I move this, because the shadow is now obviously placed on top, but actually what I can do is I can just move this behind, and that way I won't have this issue. I hope the anchor point, nope, the anchor point does not stay where you place it. So, see, I can move the ear like this. That way I'm not manipulating the shadow. So that's an option. Cool. So I have the legs, I have the eyes, I have the bird separated. I think that's ready so far. And now we do the whole thing again for the second pass. I'm going to save that. And the second pass is the second time this was illustrated by Leela. So I'm going to magic wand everything away that isn't part of this, and I want to add the knee, and I'm very curious if this is going to work now. So this knee, was it Control Shift D? Yep. Knee 2. Knee 2. It's like me too, but with a knee. I don't know why I said that. Sometimes I say things just to try out if they work. Like, sometimes I can't just say stuff in my head, I have to say it out loud. And then I realize, nope, doesn't work. Then it's too late to backtrack. Okay, what was it? We're going upper leg and knee is what we wanted. So I'm going to turn everything else off. No, it was the knee and the lower leg. That's what I wanted to put together. I think it's working. Yeah, so... And now I want these two... I think I'm just gonna leave the knee separate. And what I shouldn't have done of the leg here, I shouldn't have merged that. I could go back. No, you know what? What I can do is I can go to the original file and get that leg back. I can get the original leg back. This one. So it's Control Shift D, and now I want to put that in my scene. Now it's hovering around here somewhere. Where did it add that? Oh, here, okay. No. What? Where did you put that layer? Photoshop? What? This is so confusing. Well. What did you do, Photoshop? Did I not press OK? Ooh, okay, let's do that again. Okay. Oh, right, it just didn't keep the copy part of that. All right, fine. So we have this, this is fine. And it's exactly the same, apart from this one has the extra little leg bit. But why can't I see it? I think something else is turned on that's not supposed to be turned on. This second leg is turned on. Okay. So let's turn the second pass off. Now I want to compare this one to this one. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to take this one, I'm going to remove the one that I created, and instead I'm going to create an ankle, not an anchor. So instead of having that joint bit that I created earlier, I'm just going to create a little extra bit. So this is going to be the ankle. I'm just going to leave it as an extra bit. Going to put it here. And now I'm going to remove everything like I did before. I'm going to leave it like this, and it's going to be just this little extra ankle bit that the hoof is going to rotate around. And I'm really hoping that's going to work this time, or once I get it into After Effects. So it should be rotating from about this point. Let's see. All right, that works. Cool. Alright, so I'm going to leave that, which now means I can reuse this ankle up at the top. Oh, I pressed Control D. Control D is deselect. Control Shift D, because now this is ankle 2, which I can add to the other group. Yay! This pass. So now we have ankle 2, which is on top of leg 2, which is right here. And then we have knee, which can be there, that's fine. Then we have hoof. Then we have upper leg, excellent. Then, oh yeah, I need to do magic wand everything. Okay, those are already good to go. Now I'm going to magic wand all of this. Okay, excellent. We are on our way. I think I'm going to close off the Instagram live stream because we are running close to the end of the duration of how long an Instagram live can be. So I'll be right back on Twitch and YouTube while I close off Instagram live. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. I don't know if you were joining in just to see me animate this, but I don't want to disappoint you, but I think I'm only going to get to setting up this file and I'm going to animate this the next time. So if you're still interested in that, join in the next time. I will continue setting this up until it's finished so that next time I'm here, I can jump right into animating. So I'm going to magic wand all of these layers so that I can jump right in next time. And I'm going to have to do the same thing with the head that I did last time. So first I'm going to magic wand this, and then I'm going to create the two ears essentially. So it's ear 2 left and right, basically left, yeah, and then I need a second one, and this is going to be right, and then going to turn off the head. And why do I still see a head? Oh, right, because I need to actually remove them. So let's turn off this one, and I'm going to go in. I actually want to turn off everything below this. And this is ear left. So I want to remove all of this. Beautiful, beautiful illustration. Oh my god, Leela, you've done such an amazing job. I am in love with this. I love how it has all of this shading going on, all of this detail. I love watching people illustrate on Procreate. I've never done it myself though. I mean, I'm not an illustrator per se to begin with, so there's that difference from the get-go, but yeah, I love it. I love the look of this. So I'll just give it a little bit of overlap. If the ear, it's not quite so important where exactly the overlap is, because I think I want to put the head above the ears anyway. And then you can't really see the overlap, so it's fine. So now I want the right ear. So now we're going to get rid of everything on the right. And I think what I did for this one is that I use the clone stamp, right? So let's do the same thing. I'm going to use the clone stamp, and I'm just going to clone stamp some of this here. But I don't want this super soft. I want a rounded brush. There we go. So this is more of the thing I want. But now I've added quite a bit. I want this to be slightly smaller, not quite so small. Okay, that's great. No. Something like that, I guess, will do, because now we have the head, which overlaps that whole thing anyway. Excellent. Now the eyes. I need 2 eyes, left and right. Left, and this will be right. And I want to turn them off, and this one's right, so I want to remove left, and then I want to remove right. Oh, and I also need to do the magic wand, I think. So the head is fine, this is fine. This is too large. Something's going on here. Yeah, that seems about right. there's something else going on here which shouldn't be going on. So there's something above here, some sort of ghost pixel. Okay, that's the right size. Now the head should already, yep, I already magic wanded that. This as well, excellent. Bird shadow needs some magic wanding. And then also the legs. Now I have to do the thing with the legs again that I did on the last one. And I think I've cleaned up everything else. I just want to double check here that I actually cleaned up everything. So I'm just hitting V for the selection tool. I think it's called the move tool. And I'm clicking on these, and I want the bounding box to be exactly around the object instead of around the entire layer. So this is all great. Yep. Bird shadow. Why don't I have a bird shadow? Oh, okay. I didn't magic wand this, so we're gonna do that. That's correct. And also the bird body. I knew I had forgotten something. So now it's all correct. My nose is kind of itchy today. Sorry if I'm constantly touching my nose. There's something itchy there. Good, great. I'm going to turn off this pass. Now I want to go through all of these. Excellent, excellent. Yep. Body, cool. Cool. Head. Great. There's something here that... oh yes, right, because I need to get rid of the ears from the head as well. So that's another thing I want to do. And yeah. Okay, so now I want to remove these ears. And I want to go right to the edge of the head. Don't want to remove any parts of the head. Great. Same thing here. Because I've highlighted them, I've selected them with the, I think it's the mask tool. It's the marquee tool, that's what it's called. Because I marqueed the ears, I can go over the entire head here and nothing will get removed because it will only affect anything inside the marquee. But because I'm overlapping the ears with the head, I need to be careful here not to remove any parts of the head and only parts of the ear. I think I went a little too far in. I need to get a smaller eraser. Okay, I think that's fine because this is very tiny pixels in here. And I can deselect and bring the ears back and everything should look correct. Excellent. All right, now we have the eyes, and I also want to make sure that the bounding box is only exactly the size of each of these. Okay, so there's something going on here as well. No, actually no. The bounding box goes from the chin to the antlers on the head. So that's cool. Everything's correct here. Eye 1, eye 2, bird shadow, bird legs, which also need to be magic wanded. Whoops. Excellent, and the bird body, which also needs to be magic wanded. All right. Again, if you're watching right now, live on stream, feel free to jump into the chat, ask me any questions to do with design, animation, After Effects, whatever you like. I'm happy to answer any questions. Okay. So now everything's the right size. All I need to do now is do the bird legs, and I'm going to hide the deer body just so I can have a clear view here. So again, I'm going to duplicate this, and I want leg left and leg right. So this is going to be leg right. Doesn't really matter which one's which. I'm going to hide that just so I don't get confused. So I want to keep the right one. Going to remove the left, and then on this one the other way around. And now I actually want to duplicate that again because I want the bottom and the top. So this is top now, and this is bottom now. And what I want to do is, I'm going to hide this again, and I want to remove the bottom here, and I want to leave just a little bit of overlap. I think I've removed a little bit too much here. I don't know how far I want to go. Probably until like here, maybe. And now the top, I want to remove the bottom, and I want to go up to here, I think, so that, yeah, they just have this little bit overlap. Cool. Now I want to do the same thing for the right. So it has a top and a bottom. For the top, I'm removing about here, I guess. I hope that's going to be enough. And then the bottom needs to go, oh, okay. Needs to go just until here, maybe. Okie dokie. So they have a little bit of overlap going on there. That's great. All right, now this whole set is ready as well. Now I have this, I have this. Oh, it's going to be so cute. I can't wait to animate this. I love this already. It's such a beautiful design. Leela's done such a great job for this. Okay, now let's turn all of this back on, and I can grab the hoof and ankle. And it's going to create copies, and I'm going to drag them up to the second pass just above the leg, and I'm going to rename them 3. And now these should also work just fine. Okay, they just add a little bit of overlap between the leg and the knee. So okay, I think this leg has a little bit more overlap here than the other one actually. So maybe I don't actually need the knee. I don't know. I might need the knee for the leg. I don't know. So let's see. Where's the hoof? The hoof is here. And this time I feel like it does have a bit of an overlap. This time it does have an overlap, so maybe I won't need the ankle, but I'll keep them there just in case I will need them afterwards. So now I just need to remove all of the excess. With the wand. And the upper leg already has that. The body. Great. The head, which now again needs both of the ears removed. So ear 3 right and ear 3 left. And they are both going to go behind the head. Okay, now the eyes again. Oh, first I want to magic wand that, and then I want eye 3 left and right. I want them to be eye, not eyes. Great. And bird shadow, bird legs, bird body. Okay, so don't need these for now. Let's jump right in with the eyes. So this one's the left one, which means I don't need the right one. And this one's the opposite way around. Great. Now the head. First I'm going to do the ears. So ear number 1. This is supposed to be the right ear. So I can remove the left. Excellent. Now let's do some clone stamping just to extend this a little bit. Just want this little bit of orange without the brown. Can't do it, huh? Okay, sure, that's fine. We can go with this. Okay, good enough. I just need a little bit of an extension. So now, oh, I see. Okay, I've not done this correctly. This little orangey bit needs to also go here. Whoops, went too far. Yeah, that should probably be fine. Let's turn the head back on. I think I need a little bit of this here. Something like that. Something like that. And the other ear. Oops. Oops, what am I doing? Here, E. I need a smaller eraser just to get a little closer to here. Actually, I probably want to keep this brownish border, but I might want to get rid of this. Okay. I hope that's okay if I turn this back on. Oh, the right ear. Should be fine. Okay. Now let's get rid of this ear. I want to get really close to the head without removing any of the head parts. Okay. All right. That should be fine now. And now the legs. The last time I'll be deleting these legs. Okay. So I want leg left and right. And then bottom and top. But first, let's remove the right. Then we'll remove the left off of this one. Okay. And now top and bottom. So this is the top of the left leg, so I want to get rid of the right, the bottom. And this is the bottom. Whoops, this one. Excellent. And the same thing here. That's the top. And this is the bottom. All right. Done and done. Now I have 3 passes of this beautiful illustration set up, ready to animate. Now all I need to do is bring this into Illustrator and not Illustrator, After Effects, and start animating, which I will do in the next stream. So be sure to join me then. I will leave you with that. If you enjoyed this stream, then give it a like. If you had any questions, you can leave them in the comments. And if you enjoy this type of content, process videos, animation, workflow videos, and how I work, how I design, how I animate, I stream this type of process every Tuesday and every Friday at 5 p.m. CEST. So join me on Twitch or on YouTube. I also stream on Instagram Live, but it's only ever the first hour of the stream. And unfortunately, it has the sizing restrictions. So, yeah, if you want to see me do more of this type of stuff and you'd like to support me, give this, I already said about the like, but you can subscribe to my channel, or you can follow me on Instagram and Twitch. Or if you want to go one step further, you can also become a patron of mine under patreon.com/Sonja Geracsek and be part of the classroom. We are one learning and studying community. I'll leave you with that, and I'll see you next time. I hope you had fun. Bye!